right now.
We start with some late-breaking news. Crews are on the scene of this plane crash that happened in Brookshire. That's near Katy in the Houston area.
You are looking at a live shot of that crash right now. Firefighters just getting that fire out a few minutes ago. The Waller County Sheriff's Office says the crash happened just after 10 this morning into the Houston Executive Airport. 21 people, including 3 crew members, were on board at the time.
Somehow, the Sheriff's Office says all of the passengers were removed from this plane, and so far, they only have 1 injury. And this thing was a ball of flames just a few minutes ago. We're going to bring you more details as soon as we get them. Meantime, an early morning crash in Helotes leaving 3 people with some serious injuries and a neighborhood power outage. The car rolled over on Shanefield Road near Cantor Horse.
It hit a utility pole, knocking out electricity for hundreds of people. Katrina Weber has that story and tells us that police say it started with driver error.
Police tell us the driver hitting that median is what caused this mess. The car went out of control, rolled, and went right through that utility pole. The car was crushed when Helotes police found it in a field around 3 this morning. They also found 3 people, all of them outside the wreckage with injuries. Police believe at least 1, if not all 3, were ejected from the car. After they were taken to a hospital, officers stayed behind to investigate. They believe the driver lost control on a curvy part of Shanefield Road. When the car hit the utility pole, it caused a widespread power outage. But those hundreds, possibly thousands of people weren't in the dark for too long. Long after the car was towed away, signs of the crash remained scattered across the area. Despite all the damage that is still here, CPS Energy was able to get all of those customers back online. Of course, they still have to make repairs. Reporting from Helotes, Katrina Weber, KSAT 12 News.
And this noon, the search for a robbery suspect continues. Police say the man pointed a gun at a worker. According to officers, this man walked into a Subway restaurant back on October 11th. This was in the 800 block of Castroville Road near South General McMullen on the west side. Police say the suspect pulled out a gun and demanded cash from a worker. He then took off with the money. If you know who this man is or where police can find him, you are asked to call Crime Stoppers at 210-224-STOP.
Governor Greg Abbott expected to sign off on redrawn U.S. House maps. Those maps supposed to reach his desk by later today. Meanwhile, some minority groups are suing Texas over those new proposed voting maps. The minority groups argue that the maps diminish the political strength of the state's Latino population. The lawsuit comes as the legislature advances maps that sort the state's 30 million residents into new political districts for the next decade. Texas added nearly 4 million people over the last 10 years.
And a reminder for you today that San Antonio water system is set to resume water shutoffs. This affects customers with past due bills. A moratorium was first put in place when the pandemic started to give those in need a little relief. Most customers with high balances have been automatically enrolled in a 4-year payment plan. And also new this noon, Southwest Airlines has decided to do away with a plan to put unvaccinated workers with pending exemptions on unpaid leave after the December 8th deadline. That's according to CNBC. Instead, the airline will allow them to continue working under COVID protocols like masking and social distancing. Large airlines are federal contractors and subject to a Biden administration order that requires their employees to be vaccinated or receive an exemption for medical or religious reasons.
And meantime, new at noon today, the San Antonio airport system set to hold the first of 2 open house events. The goal to get people in the community to learn more about the airport's plans for the future. Residents can learn about the 2040 plans for the airfield, the terminal, and airport access, as well as what will be built and when. The in-person event is going to be held at the Jewish Community Center located at 12500 Northwest Military Highway. It all starts at 5 this evening. It ends at 7:30. It'll be a come and go as you please event with a short presentation that'll be repeated at 5:15. A virtual meeting will be held this Thursday. You can register for that one online. Just go to sanantonio.gov.
San Antonio Startup Week is underway right now. It is a free multi-day conference that brings together more than 2,000 Texas entrepreneurs, business leaders, and community members. Max Massey gives us an inside look and introduces us to a new local company with a big goal to help people get jobs.
We launched at Startup Week
Like, it was awesome.
Dirk Elmendor is one of the co-founders of the Job Board app. It's an easy-to-use web-based tool. It helps you create a resume and it helps you get through that job application process.
If you know somebody who's looking for work right now, tell them from us, it's not them. It has never been harder to get a job, even though there are 10 million recs out there. Companies have not been good at figuring out how to deal with the kind of onslaught of applications. And if you don't stand out, if any little mistake, they're looking for a reason to reject you. So we are trying to help good people tell their story so that they can get great jobs.
The Job Board app launched during San Antonio Startup Week. It's a series of presentations and panels in person and online.
I think that it is a testament here for the 2 weeks that we are doing panels and sessions that we're very much tech focused and we have dreams to be a tech hub. I think we are progressing in that way.
This year's San Antonio Startup Week theme is all about looking into the future and dreaming big for the city of San Antonio.
We really want to highlight things in our community, our founders, our businesses, our organizations, and really also have these founders kind of share their knowledge.
The tech community has grown leaps and bounds in just the last decade here in the Alamo City. It is such an exciting time. So many entrepreneurs, so many apps taking center stage.
There are a lot of resources, a lot of people pulling for you, and a community that wants you to win.
Max Massey, KSAT 12 News.
San Antonio's bike share program getting a major upgrade. A new company is taking over, and they're converting the entire bike fleet to pedal assist electric bikes. Already, the new company, B-Cycle, out of Wisconsin, has begun to integrate these new bikes. Alicia Barrera visited with the folks at Bicycle, and they have more on the rebranding.
Well, they're making the transition from your traditional bikes to these cool electric ones, and it's really easy. With the press of a button up here that tells you it's in sport mode, you're ready for that pedal assist. And if you're scared that you may not be getting a workout like you do with traditional bikes, well, that's a myth because these just give you that extra push. So we wanted to ask B-Cycle why they wanted to implement these electric bikes to the entire fleet throughout San Antonio.
Well, we're finding B-Cycle LLC is finding that the transition is important because the bottom line, it gets more people on bicycles. It takes the edge off of cycling. It gets more people active, and you still get exercise on these pedal assist bicycles. And we're trying to change the world one bike ride at a time.
The transition to convert the entire fleet began in early October, and now by the end of the month, all of the bikes will be converted to the e-bikes. For more information, you can head over to KSAT.com. Reporting Alicia Barrera, KSAT 12 News.
The Children's Hospital of San Antonio just received a big donation, $5 million. The gift comes from local philanthropist Harvey Najim. It'll fund the Pediatric Surgical Center.
Is an incredible opportunity for us to bring next generation surgical operations, procedures, and to surround the children of San Antonio with the best possible care. It allows us to keep the children of San Antonio in their home so they don't have to travel to receive the best surgical care.
Today.
The Children's Hospital of San Antonio also debuted their new exterior signage in honor of Najim and blessed the unit. Still coming up this half hour, Aggie fans went from excited about their team's 2-game winning streak to very nervous. We'll explain coming up.
After our last front, things are starting to warm up now. We're going to see some pretty warm temperatures by the end of the week. Your 7-day forecast is coming up.
We want to bring you the latest in the kidnapping of 17 missionaries in Haiti, 16 Americans among them. ABC News reporting the FBI has now made contact with the gang suspected of taking them.
ABC's Dan Lieberman has the very latest for us.
A team of U.S. authorities, including State Department officials, are on the ground in Haiti in an effort to find and free the 17 hostages kidnapped at a checkpoint after a visit to this orphanage.
This is something that we have treated as with the utmost priority since Saturday.
The U.S. Embassy confirming to ABC News the FBI has made contact with the gang, known as the 400 Mawozo, considered one of the most dangerous in the country. The 17 hostages, 16 Americans, including 5 children and 1 Canadian in Haiti, representing a Christian aid group in Ohio. Since the assassination of Haiti's president, Jovenel Moïse, in July, followed by the massive earthquake in August that destroyed tens of thousands of homes, criminal gangs like the 400 Mawozo only gaining in strength, now controlling nearly half the capital city of Port-au-Prince. Living in constant fear, however, has become the norm for missionaries like Godwin, who has worked in Haiti for the last 3 years.
People are being kidnapped left or right. You were able to identify the people that were getting kidnapped, but now it's totally random. I think everyone here in Haiti has some sense of fear.
The situation, he says, only getting worse.
They don't have any repercussions. There's no security, there's no police, there's no one to come help, and that's probably the worst thing. You're on your own.
In recent weeks, the U.S. has provided $15 million in assistance to the Haitian National Police, in part to aid anti-gang violence efforts. Dan Lieberman, ABC News, New York.
Did you get outside and enjoy this weather?
Not this morning, not too much.
Walk to your car again?
Walked to my car again. I walked from my car twice.
Oh, okay.
Is that good?
That's a lot of
Pretty
exercise
nice.
for you.
And you know, you might have thought you saw Justin earlier. You really did, but we have a new surprise for you.
Hi, it's me. Surprise. I'll be given the weather today. But yeah, David, what did you notice this morning when you stepped outside?
That it was humid.
Yeah, the humidity is back. Now, it's not as bad as it could be, but it's definitely noticeable. Now, the aquifer is down 0.2 of a foot over the past 24 hours, but we're still doing well, more than 2 feet above the monthly average. Molds and ragweed are present in today's pollen count, but get this, they're low, so that's some good news there in the pollen count. Take a look outside with temperatures already 74 degrees at the airport, 73 in Bulverde, 72 in Bernie Stage. We are on our way to a pretty average day. We've got morning low right near 60 degrees, which is average for this time of year, and the high forecast close to about 81. I'll have a look ahead and if we're going to get another cold front coming up soon in just a bit.
So Justin is here. He's in training.
Yeah.
It's in training.
Well, you know, we've got a new weather computer, so
and yeah,
everybody's
he's got to learn it.
Everybody's got to learn it.
You learned it yesterday.
You learned it yesterday. It's his turn today. Adam will learn it tomorrow. But you won't notice too much of a difference. We just have to get a little training. And yeah, he's fine. He's just in the other room. You know, it's also fine, the aquifer. Now, we're still under stage 1 water restrictions, even though the 10-day average is above that threshold of 660 feet. That's a hard cut in going into stage 1 water restrictions. Once that 10-day average drops below 660, we automatically enter into stage 1 water restrictions. It's a little bit more complicated coming out of stage 1 water restrictions. But as you can see, aquifer doing just fine right now, about 2 feet above the monthly average, and the 10-day average is 2.5 feet above that 660 foot threshold, all because of Wednesday night into Thursday's rainfall. We got a good amount of rain outside right now. We've got those puffy fair weather cumulus clouds out there after a morning where we had some fog in spots and a cloudy start. That was a great indication that the humidity is back, and outside right now temperatures are on the rise. It's 74 at San Antonio International Airport, 75 around the Fair Oaks Ranch area, 74 in Seguin, and 76 in Lytle. Now you can see on the satellite image here, those puffy cumulus clouds I was just mentioning starting to return back into Bexar County after those morning stratus clouds, a wider view, and you can see that we're getting some Pacific moisture in from the Pacific Ocean here. It's starting to get fairly cloudy for Eagle Pass. Del Rio, though, you should be able to see plenty of sunshine here into the afternoon. Here's a look at temperatures outside right now. It's 80 in Gonzales, already 80 in Gonzales, 80 in Pleasanton, 81 in Cotulla, 81 in Laredo. Along I-35 there toward the south, temperatures should reach about near 90 degrees this afternoon, 78 in Del Rio and 72 in Kerrville. The biggest thing you notice, the humidity. It is on the rise. Dew points are in the 60s out there right now. Anytime that dew point gets above 60 degrees, that's when you start to notice it a bit outside. And the reason for that is we've got a fairly stout wind from the southeast at about 15 miles per hour. So that's why we're tapping into that Gulf moisture, and we'll steadily see humidity on the rise, not only for the rest of the day, but also for the remainder of the work week. Here's how the rest of your Tuesday stacks up. We'll be at about 82 for the high. It's going to be warm, noticeably muggy, but not too bad outside. Fairly nice. Southeast winds at 5 to 15. For the first time this year, this season rather, the sun is going to set before 7 p.m. Sunset at 6:59 p.m. And then, of course, we fall back in early November and it'll set before 6 p.m. Now, taking a look at our futurecast here, by tomorrow morning, we're going to have a similar start to today, a few degrees warmer. Clouds are going to return. It'll be mostly cloudy with some patchy fog in places, and then those clouds will give way to sunshine in the afternoon. 85 for the high tomorrow, so a few degrees warmer tomorrow afternoon as well, and it'll be noticeably muggy tomorrow, even more so than today. All right, let's take a look at the bigger picture as a whole. In the upper level wind pattern, there's a fairly potent trough of low pressure across the Four Corners region. Now, this is tempting. Looks like it might be heading to the south, but instead what it's going to do is it is going to stay to our north, allowing for San Antonio to kind of enter into a fairly uniform weather pattern where each day will be similar to the last. Again, no real bumps or any kind of rainmakers in the forecast over the next few days. So here's a look at your 7-day forecast. Humidity is going to steadily increase. Look at those morning lows. We'll be in the mid to upper 60s for the morning lows, close to 90 degrees by this weekend. A 10% chance for a stray shower during your weekend, but more isolated rain is in the mix by the start of the next work week. Ursula, David.
Thanks so much, Sarah.
Still coming up, UTSA making history just about every week. Another shot at it this weekend. And look ahead, our big game coverage game of the week. Playoff spots on the line. A little uneasiness in Aggie land. Over the weekend, LSU announced that head coach Ed Orgeron would finish out the season. Then he'll be gone, and LSU will need a new head football coach. So naturally, eyes turn to College Station since current Aggie head coach Jimbo Fisher used to coach in Baton Rouge and was part of their national championship team back in 2003 as Nick Saban's offensive coordinator. And what really got Aggie fans nervous is that Fisher is friends with Scott Woodward, who hired Fisher at A&M and is now the athletic director at LSU. But Fisher wanted to shut down those rumors he would leave the Aggies for the Tigers during his weekly press conference yesterday.
I love being here. This is the job I wanted. I'm being here. I got a great contract. I have an unbelievable chancellor, have an unbelievable president, unbelievable AD. That we're building something. We're recruiting great players. I really believe we're on the process of building something great. I plan on being here and fulfilling this contract and doing everything. My family has roots here. I got ranches here. I hunt here. I love everything about this place. And you don't listen. And I say that because listen, there's nothing going on there. There's nothing happening there. And I don't be disrespectful to anybody else. I coached there. It was a great place. We won national championships. It is one of the best, best places. It's a wonderful place. I love being an A&M, and I plan on being an A&M here and fulfilling my whole contract. I love everything about this place.
Aggie fans probably love to hear that. Remember, Fisher signed an extension that increases his contract of $75 million to $94 million. Ending in 2031. But there is no buyout or penalty if Fisher decides to leave early. The UTSA Roadrunners making history with each game this season after the Runners shut out Rice with their second shutout of the season, 45-0. The Roadrunners added to their historic season by getting national recognition and getting into the college top 25. Number 24 in the Associated Press poll, number 25 in the coaches poll. Now the Roadrunners have a chance at another first in school history when they try to pull off a win at Louisiana Tech for the first time this Saturday. So what does head coach Jeff Traylor think of UTSA's unprecedented season?
Because it's literally what I dreamed of. I mean, that's what we wanted so bad, right? I mean, Kevin Brown and I have been talking about this for a long time. The diehard Roadrunner fans, the ones that have been there from the beginning. That's what we all wanted. And we all, Saturday, all of us, no matter what anybody says, goes, wow. this is really happening. This is happening right before our eyes, and we're grateful.
Oh, it's happening, all right. Success breeds success as well. There are reports that UTSA will apply to join the AAC conference. That's the American Athletic Conference. It also includes SMU. And the big game and our big game coverage this Friday night returns to Orem Stadium on the campus of Alamo Heights, where the Mules will host the champion Chargers for the lead in District 15 5A Division II. We've been here before when Alamo Heights hosted Floresville for their district opener that the Mules won 36-29. Now the Chargers will be the latest to challenge the Mules. Champion comes into this one 6-1 overall, 2-0 in district, with their only loss to El Campo, 55-10, behind the arm of Carson Kaiser, who has over 1,000 yards in the air with 11 TDs and another 117 yards on the ground and 3 more TDs. The Mules have run the table in their first 7 games, also 2-0 in district, coming off a 47-7 rout over Medina Valley behind quarterback James Sobey, who also has over 1,000 yards in the air and 13 TDs. An additional 278 on the ground with another 3 TDs.
They're just a real solid program, coached really well. Obviously, we've always been kind of the top 2 teams in the area for our division. So I just know they're a lot like us. Just going to be a good game all around.
It's probably going to decide the district, so we're going to prepare as well as we can and just try to play our best game and give it all we can.
All right, so number 5, Alamo Heights hosts number 6, Champion, Friday night, Orem Stadium. Kickoff is at 7 o'clock. That'll be a good one.
It will. All right. Make no bones about it. A pug's morning routine has people on the edge of their seats. Why this Instagram follower can't wait to see if this 13-year-old dog is going to be eager to start the day or flop back to bed. Oh, look at that. It's coming up in our next half hour. President Biden meeting with progressive and moderate Democrats at the White House today as he continues to try to build a consensus to pass his agenda. Both sides citing some headway in negotiations after months of delays. ABC's Elizabeth Schultze has more from Washington.
With Congress back in session, a renewed sense of urgency to pass President Biden's economic agenda.
We're encouraged by the accelerated pace of talks and are eager to get this done.
Seeking common ground on his Build Back Better plan and the bipartisan infrastructure bill, the president hosting progressive and moderate Democrats today at the White House. Leaders from both groups are signaling progress after months of disagreements over the price tag and scope of the legislation. Progressive Congresswoman Pramila Jayapal on MSNBC after meeting for several hours with moderate Senator Joe Manchin.
We're going to get them both done. Everybody knows that there are differences. We got to bridge them and we got to come together because at the end of the day, we have to deliver both these bills.
Also meeting with Manchin, Senator Bernie Sanders.
The American people want us to act, and I think we're going to have to aggressively come together to do that.
The two senators even posing for a photo together Monday, a show of unity after an unusually testy public disagreement. Last week, Sanders wrote an op-ed in Manchin's hometown paper, pitching the $3.5 trillion Build Back Better package and blasting the West Virginia senator for blocking progress. Manchin fired back, calling Sanders a socialist out-of-stater. But now
we're talking. All right, we're talking.
President Biden is also hitting the road this week in Pennsylvania and Wisconsin to make a pitch for his proposals. Democrats have set a self-imposed deadline of October 31st to pass the bipartisan infrastructure bill and to advance that broader spending package. Elizabeth Schultze, ABC News, Washington.
The U.S. Food and Drug Administration signaling it will allow Americans to choose a booster shot from a vaccine maker other than the one they originally received. However, the FDA will recommend that the brand of the booster match that of their original vaccination.
This potential new recommendation is a big deal because there are many patients that have been left in the dark, and specifically those that received J&J are potentially interested in boosting with another vaccine. Now, this allows for greater flexibility.
The news follows a study released Friday, which showed that people vaccinated with the Johnson & Johnson vaccine saw their antibodies jump 76-fold after receiving a Moderna booster, as opposed to those who had a regular J&J booster, whose antibodies rose by a factor of just 4.
As we have just seen with the death of Colin Powell, seniors are particularly vulnerable to death in COVID-19. However, only 15% of them have received their booster shots. That's just 1 in 7 adults over the age of 65. It's a disappointing number since the FDA has recommended booster doses for people who are most vulnerable, including that age group. Boosters are also recommended for those at high risk of severe disease and those who work or live in high-risk environments. The latest booster push comes after the news that despite being fully vaccinated, the former Secretary of State died of COVID-19 complications. He was scheduled to get a booster dose this week. Powell was at higher risk since the 84-year-old also had a number of health conditions.
The Department of Homeland Security is setting up a new intelligence gathering and law enforcement unit to monitor the movements of migrants on their way to the U.S. southern border. This comes after it was caught by surprise last month when thousands of people arrived in Del Rio. DHS says the initiative is aimed at improving the department's ability to prepare for potential migrant surges. The cell is expected to be operational by the end of the month. That's according to a Homeland Security official.
Attorneys slowly questioning potential jurors in Georgia who may ultimately decide the fate of 3 white men charged with killing a black man, Ahmaud Arbery. The jury selection resumed today. Prosecutors and defense attorneys asking the first 20 jury pool members on Monday if they had already heard about the case and whether they think racism did play a role in Arbery's death. Video of the slaying of the 25-year-old black man in 2020 sparked national outcry. Father and son, Greg and Travis McMichael, along with their neighbor, William Roddy Bryan, all charged with murder and other crimes. The defense attorneys insist, though, they committed no crime.
The Justice Department formally asked the Supreme Court Monday to step in and block a controversial Texas law that bars most abortions after 6 weeks of pregnancy while legal challenges play out. The Justice Department argues that the law is unconstitutional and allowing it to remain in effect would, quote, perpetuate the ongoing irreparable injury to thousands of Texas women who are being denied their constitutional rights, end quote. The Supreme Court asked for a response from Texas by noon on Thursday.
Looking outside with live cam, a real pretty day out there. Lots of puffy clouds, but any rain?
No, unfortunately not today, Ursula. And you know what? That's not so bad because we have had a lot of rain recently, especially last week. And I want to go ahead and take a look at rainfall for this month so far. Many areas across San Antonio have seen a good amount of rain, some a little bit too much of a good thing. Now, officially at the airport, we've seen more than 5.5 inches of rain. That is more than 2 inches above the average for this time of the month. And what's really impressive is our yearly rainfall total so far. We have seen more than 31 inches of rain since the start of the year. That is almost 4 3/4 inches above the average for this time. And when you compare this to last year, it's really impressive. This time last year, we had seen only 18 inches of rain. So we have seen almost 2 feet above, almost a foot rather above what we had seen this time last year. So very impressive rainfall for the month and for the year in total. And that's a good thing because look how dry it's going to be over the next few days. We really only have a chance for a stray shower or two by Saturday and Sunday. But I'll get into the details, get into the nitty gritty, whether or not we're going to see another cold front coming up in just a few minutes in the full forecast. David, Ursula.
Thank you, Sarah. An old dog doesn't need to learn any new tricks because the one he's already got is making him popular online. How a pug's predictions have the internet watching him closely.
And according to Metro Health, 18% of San Antonians are diabetic. That's more than double the national average. However, there are free resources available, all able to help you kickstart your journey to a healthier version of yourself. When it comes to taking care of your health, it's never too early or too late. And there are plenty of free resources to help you get started.
That's right. In today's New You, how some are tackling the issue of diabetes in our community before it strikes. Max Massey introduces us to this crucial program at your local YMCA.
But diabetes does run in my family. My grandmother had it. My mom has it. My little sister has it.
Henry Pastrano's connection to diabetes is not uncommon. In fact, according to Metro Health, 18% of San Antonians are diabetic. That's more than double the national average.
One of my goals in joining the program is to lose weight, because I know what my goal is. I know what I want to accomplish, and I don't want to be in that category.
At 69 years old, Pastrano knew he needed to stay healthy and beat the odds.
I've got 10 grandkids, and they're pretty active, and I want to stay as active for as long as I can with them.
So he joined a free diabetes prevention program with YMCA.
We're here to help you make small changes that will add up gradually and to make a big difference.
Throughout the 16-week program, the small group of participants met weekly at first, sharing knowledge and skills to tackle diet and exercise.
In this setting, people share ideas and experiences. They're able to support one another. And we find that this is very important because it helps people feel not so alone as they go through this process of change.
Pastrano calls it a lifestyle change, focusing on healthy habits he can implement every day, like reading nutrition facts and getting in a walk with his grandkids.
They'll walk about 3/4 of a mile with me, and then I'll drop them off at home, and then I'll continue the rest of my walk.
When people start making these gradual changes to their lifestyle, they're eating in a more healthy way, or they're getting more physical activity, it can have a generational effect. So the things that you're going to be learning in our program can help your family members as well.
The program is for anyone 18 or older. A lot of the participants have been diagnosed with pre-diabetes. The risk factor for all this, well, there's a lot that goes into it, including genetics, things that you can't control. So this program focuses on what you can control.
It's a matter of people being willing to share what works for them and to problem solve. If there is a barrier that someone comes in with and says, I'm really having a difficult time just getting in my physical activity or reducing the portion sizes, we work with them to see what we can do for them.
For New You, Max Massey, KSAT 12 News.
Now, the program has been virtual this year, but they're looking forward to getting back to in-person meetings. Registration for the next session is open right now.
The program is free, and you don't need to be a YMCA member to take part. Instead, participants can get a discount on a YMCA membership.
For more information, all you have to do is head over to KSAT.com.
As we head over to Sarah Spivey, those are nice, soft clouds.
Sweet little clouds.
Pillowy, right? They don't really tell the whole story, though. You notice the humidity, that it's back, so it looks nice outside, and temperatures aren't all that bad. We're still in the 70s, but you can kind of feel that mugginess. The aquifer is down 0.2 of a foot over the past 24 hours, so it's stopped its steady rise from last week's rain, but it's still doing well, still 2 feet above the monthly average. And then in the pollen count today, no real major problems here. We've actually got a good looking pollen count. Molds are low, down from yesterday, and ragweed is low as well at only 50. Now, the humidity is on the rise. Rain chances are on the decline. But what about temperatures? Will they be rising as well? Your forecast after the break.
We want to give you an update to your late-breaking news. An investigation is now underway after this plane crashed in Brookshire, Texas, that is near Katy in the Houston area.
This is actually video of that plane crash from earlier. You can see those flames right there. Those flames are out now, but it happened this morning near Houston Executive Airport. The Waller County Sheriff's Office says 21 people were on board. The youngest person on that plane, a 10-year-old.
And somehow they all made it out safely. However, Houston's ABC affiliate KTRK is now reporting that 2 people were taken to the hospital. No one, though, seriously injured. Incredible.
Yeah, that's some good news there. Also good news is the weather.
Yes,
Absolutely.
we are really enjoying this nice lower humidity. I guess it's going to be short-lived.
Yeah, and in fact, the humidity is already back. Dew points are in the 60s as we speak. And once dew points get into the 60s, it really is more noticeable. Even this morning, we were not as cool as the last few mornings. The last few mornings, we've been able to be in the 40s. This morning, we were at 59 degrees, so close to 60. So goodbye to those cool mornings for a while. It's fall, though. They'll come back eventually. Outside right now, it's 74 degrees, partly cloudy at the moment. Winds are picking up from the southeast. They're at about 15 miles per hour. What's to the southeast of us? Well, the Gulf of Mexico, so we've got that higher humidity on the rise. And on the satellite imagery, we've actually got some really interesting things here to look at. We've got those puffy cumulus clouds on the lower levels of the atmosphere. That's what you were seeing in the live cam there earlier. And then in the higher elevations, we've got some cirrus clouds. The cirrus clouds are moving to the north and to the east, and the puffy cumulus clouds are moving in from the southwest to the northwest. So very interesting to see two layers of clouds there. Temperatures are on the rise. It's 82 in Pleasanton, 82 in Carrizo Springs, 74 here in San Antonio, 78 in Hondo. You can see those high-thin cirrus clouds moving in from the mountainous terrain in Mexico, 78 in Del Rio. And as we just mentioned, humidity definitely on the rise. Dew points in the low 60s right now in San Antonio. That is toward the top of the scale there. That's where you notice that mugginess. Just yesterday and the day before, dew points were in the 40s. So a big increase in the humidity level. 24-hour change of about 10 degrees in the humidity level as well. So the temperature, this is a fun weather fact. The temperature can never go below the dew point. So if the dew point is 63 degrees, our morning low tomorrow will not be lower than 63 degrees. We're going to be warming up today to 82, warm and muggy with those puffy cumulus clouds. The sun is going to set tonight at 6:59, the first day where the sun sets before 7 p.m. of this season. We'll continue to see winds from the south-southeast at about 5 to 15 miles per hour, and it's going to be a mild evening. In the high-res futurecast, those morning clouds will be back by the start of the day tomorrow. We'll be experiencing partly cloudy to mostly cloudy skies. Right around 65 for the morning low. So again, the dew point is going to be right at around 64, 65 degrees. And then tomorrow afternoon, a high temperature, a couple of degrees warmer than today, close to about 85 here in San Antonio, as we'll see a little bit more sun tomorrow in the afternoon hours. 90 though near Del Rio, 90 in Cotulla, and 91 in Laredo. On the radar and satellite, there's the surface high pressure system really pulling in that Gulf moisture as air moves clockwise around a high. And then although this trough of low pressure looks tempting, these usually bring us cold fronts. That cold front's going to stall out in North Texas, and we're not going to see it moving through San Antonio. So we are in for a fairly mild rest of the forecast. Mornings in the mid-60s, afternoons in the mid to even upper 80s by the weekend. A chance for a stray shower Saturday and Sunday. Isolated showers and storms in nature by Monday. And we'll continue to keep you updated on air, online, and the KSAT Weather Authority app. I need that fall feeling back, guys.
The temperature can never go below the dew point.
Right. So
I've never heard that before.
I haven't either.
Yeah, if you need colder temperatures, you need lower humidity. You need lower dew points.
Okay. We're going to hold you to it. An old dog, proven he can do a few new tricks. We're not talking about Dave, Sears. We're talking about this little pup. He's predicting the future. We're going to take a look at the pug's daily ritual, which is earning him some internet fame. Didn't mean to say that out loud.
I look like that in the morning, though. It's like, ugh.
Introducing
You really have to put that away, sir.
the pug prognosticator who has tongues wagging, Noodle, the 13-year-old dog tickling funny bones with his bones or no bones pronouncements.
Oh my gosh, there are bones today. Okay, all right, you know what that means. Treat yourself today.
But please, no bones to pick on those mornings when the opposite happens. When Noodle flops, so can you, using him as an excuse.
Hey Liz, I'm so sorry. I actually don't have bones, and I can't meet you and your crappy boyfriend for a drink after work.
Ever since Jonathan Graziano adopted Noodle almost 6 years ago,
Noodle calls the shots.
Noodle makes it clear if he's not ready to get up in the morning.
He would just go completely boneless, and he would just flop on me.
Now the internet is taking its cues from a 23-pound pug on whether it's going to be a bones day
Standing like a deep-rooted tree.
or a no bones day.
Oh, a soft collapse.
Followers are putting their fate in Noodle's bones.
Do I believe in astrology? No. Do I believe in that dog? Yes.
They're making no bones about singing Noodle's praises.
If it's a no-bones day, I just stay in bed. Noodle said it's fine if I don't get dressed. His legs are made of jello.
At a colonial museum in Trenton, New Jersey, Noodle rules.
Pack it in, David. We're done for the day.
What? Why?
Don't worry about that. It's a no-bones day.
Oh, okay.
You'd expect pillow talk from his New York City owner, enraptured with Noodle.
And you want to talk about going off the deep end, like we're there.
But with over 1.7 million followers...
Oh, and he's feeling jazzed!
Seems like everyone's going off the deep end.
Noodle said that it was quite alright if I don't leave my house all night.
Blame Noodle, and maybe you won't end up in the doghouse. Jeannie Mose, CNN.
It's a no bones day.
New York.
We've all been there. We've all had.
The face is.
Yeah.
Tells
Do you
the story.
think our boss would let us put that as the reason we're out today?
Bones Day?
Like you don't
No
say
Bones Day?
calling in sick, calling in Bones Day?
Probably not.
I don't think so. Feeling a bit
If you
like
send
Noodle.
a picture with your face looking like that, though, maybe we can.
Yeah, if your face
I
looked
look like
like that, you're gone for the day.
True.
Tell you what, though, we are on point today.
Well, not necessarily
us.
but actually Sophia is, along with Alec from Ballet San Antonio, and they are going to be giving us a little snippet of the performance coming up this weekend, and also how you can be on stage with them in an upcoming ballet.
Plus, the Hyatt Regency Hill Country Resort and Spa was ranked among the best in the state by Yelp and Travel and Leisure magazine, and we are going to take you inside.
And this Caribbean and Jamaican-inspired restaurant is opening up a new location. Chef Butch is here from the Jerk Shack and also Mi Roti. And this is one of the delicious meals you have, right?
That's exactly right.
And what actually is roti?
Roti is a Caribbean flatbread. If a tortilla and a croissant had a baby.
Okay.
And then you got yourself a roti.
We're going to tell you all about that and a whole lot more coming up on SA Live. Stick around.